Ask. Ms. Shea-Porter, any questions?
Thank you. I just have a comment. I have been to, believe it or not, Montana, and I have been to Manhattan, Montana. My niece went to school there at MSU, and it's a very, very beautiful state. And I have to tell you that I also have family and came out of New York State and New Hampshire. And New Hampshire is beautiful and small, and we're very proud of our rural heritage. New York City is vibrant, exciting, generous to a fault, a place to make it. Each place in this country has something so special about it. And so I've been a little uncomfortable, maybe feeling a little regional here, when hearing the talk about the Easterners, and I think you used the term the greater good of the government, when really they're people. People in New Hampshire, the state that I'm proud to represent, people in the Congresswoman's state, New York, everywhere people have things that they brag about in their state because there's a natural beauty. But if you don't want your area to look like New York City, if you felt compelled to attack New York City for the way it looks and talk about Central Park, then you should be embracing this, because what we're trying to do is say, look, there's an area of the country, and you are blessed to live in that area of the country that won't look like this, and that it's the responsibility and the obligation of people in this country to do that. So I guess what I'm saying here is that this land belongs to us too. It doesn't just belong to the people of the West. And I lived in Colorado when my husband was in the military. Stunningly beautiful state. I'm so proud of this whole country, and each area belongs to all of us. And so each one of us has that. We're not the Easterners that are trying to come west. And by the way, there's plenty of Westerners who live in the East as well. But each one of us knows that these are real treasures. And so I think what made me so uncomfortable here was the kind of dialogue, the us against them. And I also took some offense when you commented about being managed by Congress, because we're all in Congress. The two people sitting at that table are in Congress. All of us are in Congress. And so I believe that your intention in Congress is to serve this country, and that's my intention too, and everybody else's. So it might be fun to take a whack at Congress, but I think we're a lot more serious here than the statement suggested, that what we're really trying to do is to preserve a part of the country for the people who are fortunate enough to live there and enjoy that beauty, and for the rest who will maybe be able to come to enjoy that beauty. But if not, this also is part of our ecosystem, and it's critical that we have this land left. We know about our climate change. We know about the problems we're having with water rights. And certainly when I lived in Colorado, Colorado was always fighting with California about water rights. So this has been a long-standing problem. But here's an opportunity, and I am not going to say that everything in this bill is perfect, but I think we could do a lot better if we put aside our I'm from the East and I'm from the West, and we said we're a nation together looking at this, trying to figure out how to best protect this land. And I think we could get a lot further if we lowered the level of suspicion just a little bit here. So that's my comment. There's no question to anybody, except I realize that we all have good intentions here, but it's not us against them. It's how do we stand together as a country to preserve, protect, and also make sure that those who have private property interests are heard as well. Thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you very much.